I hope you're having an amazing day. My name is Colin, and in this video I will bring you a SolChicks NFT focused update. It is just a couple of days left until the IDO listing goes live, 5 days. What is happening with the NFTs, the price of the NFTs, and how is the market moving? Obviously, we need to know what is happening with the NFTs to do a proper price prediction later on what is happening with the token launch. But these NFTs are still extremely important. So I'm going to open up all the marketplaces, all the Solana secondary marketplaces where you could buy these NFTs. And I'm also going to open the game features where there's information about the third minting, right? Nothing in this video is financial advice. It is for entertainment purposes only. If you are new to this channel, I have a lot of SolChicks videos. So if you appreciate the SolChicks content, whether you're new or not, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already. Let's have a look on the SolChicks NFTs. So FTX definitely has the smallest amount of NFTs available. There's only 4 listed, and I think this one is not even on FTX anymore. This one is not on FTX anymore. This one is not on FTX anymore. And this one is, but it's bid only. It's quite a rare one because it's the gray one. Somebody could make a bid, but there's nothing there yet. So FTX, Solana Art, Magic Eden are definitely the biggest ones. Digital Eyes only got like super expensive ones. So the bid floor here is 25 Solana. The highest sale recorded has been 15 Solana. If you look at the sale history, it was like over 9-10 days ago when the hype was still very strong to get on the whitelist for the IDOs. And you can see quite some time ago, some of them got sold for 2 Solana 22 days ago. That's mad. Looking back now, obviously, those were absolute steals, which is funny to see how the market obviously has developed. Bid floors being about 15 Solana right now. So 2 months ago, somebody bought this for half a Solana. Right now, you have obviously insane return. But this one is also not that active, Digital Eyes, so we're going to close that. Then SolC has not that many. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9 total. I'm just going to filter them, sort by price. Cheapest at the top, 24 Solana with the bid floor, all the way up to 200 Solana. I think these might be rares, but let's look at the activity. What has happened? Thursday, 21st. Okay, so it's not filtered on date. That's crazy. Rarity. It's just a random list, I think. This is 21st of October. Then it goes to November, back to October. Yeah, that's not easy to read, so let's skip this one as well. Then we got Soul Shop. There's quite some NFTs here, but they're all not listed. You see? So they have the entire collection on display, but there's only 4 listed here, super expensive. 25, 75, 100, 58. So it's also not a good source. So basically you're left with the 2 sources I always use for my videos anyway. SolChicks on Solana Art and SolChicks on Magic Eden. Magic Eden having 59 listed right now, Solana Art 268 listed. So over the last couple of days there has been a little increase in the amount listed. Bid floor on Magic Eden 14.49, 3 purchases and the bid floor is 16, so it would move quite fast. The question, however, is how many are being sold and what type of NFTs are currently being sold, right? So if you are in the private sale participation on the whitelist tiers, you're not allowed to sell your NFTs during the vesting. However, they've been coming with updates regarding airdrops. It's not specifically clear what the team is actually trying to achieve. I think they should focus on getting the listing done first and then focus more on these NFTs and their utility. It would be great if they could do it parallel, but the bid floor is stable. So if we go to activity, right, in the last hour, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 got sold, which is quite good. Whoa, that was cheap, 9.5 Solana. That's a good deal when the bid floor is like 14.5. So this guy sniped them properly. 10 Solana right here, 16 minutes ago. So there's definitely an opportunity there to still get them cheap if you want to get one. You just need to keep your eyes open because look here, 7 hours ago, 28, 23, 13. And obviously there's difference between the commons, uncommons, and rares. mythical, legendary. Because here we have 70, 74. Those are probably rares, if not the mythical ones. Here 120 Solana. So on Magic Eden, the filters are not that nice because you can't filter on rarity or anything like that. On Solan Art, which I will show in a second, you have a lot more options, especially regarding rarity and stuff. But as you can see in the last 24 hours, what I would say anything from, apart from 2 days ago, right? So that's 2 days ago is like the past. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then it's like 10 per page. So we're still looking about 65 sales per day. That's not bad at all, right? 65 sales in like a 24-ish window. Even if that would be like 30 sales, if like 1 sale per hour is already great. These things are still in demand. And that's one thing that is very important to focus on, that these things have to be continuously in demand, or at least there need to be some eyeballs on them for you to keep the worth in your NFTs if you have any, right? For the actual Solan art, which I like a lot better to navigate, this is where I bought all my chicks as well, way back when there were 3 Solana, right? In case you don't know, now you know, right? So there's a lot of sales going on here, right? So there's like 9.5 Solana. Somebody was dumping them, man, that's so cheap, 9.5 Solana. I would have bought those if they were there at that moment. So definitely keep your eye out, right? Because the opportunities, they're there. You just buy them for like 9.5 and then list them. Look, this guy just bought it for 9.5, just listing it for 15 right now. That's like an easy 5 Solana, which is like $1,000 right now, right? Easy $1,000 just made by doing a quick flip. And this one obviously will sell today, so that's not that much of a problem. That's just good business, man. 74 Solana, 40, 120 is a day ago, right? So there's still quite some interest. The main thing that I noticed, which I think is interesting, is that the bid floor regarding the comments and uncomments goes up and down. So it moves from 14 to 16 to 17. As you can see, there's not that many for sale. So if it just sells like 2 of them, the bid floor is already 15. Then it sells like another 5 of them, the bid floor is almost 17. Right? It can move quite quickly. So if there's any announcement regarding the NFTs, the airdrop, the weapon claim, right? That's all coming up for this game. If you look at the feature list, right? Wave 1, Wave 2 NFTs, which have already been minted, have access to these exclusive airdrops, which they have announced will happen in early December, just not when and any specific details are out yet. Therefore, I recommend you to subscribe because I bring you all the SolChicks updates. But obviously, when these airdrops are announced, people want to get access to these airdrops. The coin listing hopefully does really well in a couple of days. Then the demand, because there's no NFTs to be minted just yet, that happens in December, the 3rd minting, right? And the airdrop will definitely happen before then because they obviously want to keep control over the bid floor. So what happens, and these become more expensive. If right now we're having like 60 sales a day, and on this platform maybe 40, so there's like 100 sales a day, right? If there's 100 sales a day ish, let's take the minimum, right? Because I'm not a moon boy, I'm not a hype man. Let's say it's 50 sales. If it's 50 sales a day, then the bid floor, when the airdrop is announced, will go back to 25 in seconds, right? And that's something I want you to be aware of. The rare, mythical, legendary, the bid floors don't change, right? The rare bid floor is between 25 and 30 Solana, more 30 than 25. Right now it's a little dipped, but if you look at the ones available, it literally takes 4-5 purchases to be like 30 Solana, right? Then it takes only like an additional 5 purchases, 6, maybe 7, to reach 40 Solana. So when the airdrop happens, especially if the big boy, the whales come into play closer to the IDO, I think they will stack it perfectly, the team, because their marketing is really on point. The announcements are just a little fake sometimes, but I think when the actual IDO listing happens on Monday, which is about 4 days from now-ish, 4 or 5 days, then the airdrop will be announced maybe Friday, Saturday, what will happen in terms of details, and the bid floor might have a crazy opportunity. I'm not going to say it's going to go 5x, 10x, 20x, right? But I do believe that the value in the NFTs is still there to get them right now and not wait. But you need to, what we call, snipe them, right? So You need to be present, scanning, just to see, because if you could have picked these up, man, that's a great fucking deal. And then don't list them for 15. In my opinion, right? Everything is just my opinion. Hold on to them for just a little bit, and you might be able to put them down for like 27 Solana, because we have seen that before, right? If we look at the price history, yeah, this was basically just before the whitelist last week. Average price 40 Solana, absolutely mad. People trying to get in last time. Then the dump happened, as obviously I thought would happen, which only makes sense. But then what we didn't expect is the bid floor to go up again. This was only yesterday that the bid floor was an average 33 Solana, and now it's down again today. And I assume it will zigzag a little bit until the listing, and then it will take off again until the third minting. And then obviously the market is flooded with additional 5,000 chicks. It depends on what the minting price will actually be, and then it will either stabilize and grow over time, or it will crash, right? However, I need to stick with my SolChicks for the vesting of the private sale, right? So that's okay. But I am looking at opportunities when I refresh, right? I refresh this maybe every 15, 20 minutes when I'm not, doing my recordings or calls. When I'm doing research, I actually have some more laptops here. I have just a laptop to the side, and I just refresh it just to see if there's like chicks, and I just hit the space bar, it refreshes the screen, or what's the thing you call it, like the shift thing. It just refreshes the screen to see if there's like a cheap chick there. If there is, like, when I say cheap, I mean like 8 to like 11 Solana, because then a 3 Solana would be like 600 profit, and you need to pay the royalties, right? So don't forget about the royalties. If you see, so this one was last purchased for 13, then he listed for 14.69. It's such a small profit because the royalties, I think, on these are, well, I think it's displayed on Magic Eden, what the royalties are. Yeah, 5% and a 2% transaction fee, so 7%. In this case, buying it for 13, selling it for 14, yes, it's a micro flip, but buying it for 9 or buying it for 3 and then selling it for 15, so this is 6 Solana, so 7.5% of this is like 1 Solana, so you're still going to benefit 3 Solana, which is an easy 600, 650 bucks putting in your pocket, right? And that's like the opportunities that are present right now. So to summarize, if you're still holding on to your NFTs for the vesting of the private sale, I think you'll be fine long term, right? So you still need to hold them for 3-4 months anyway. It will be fine. The bid floor will slowly go up when the game goes live, because the breeding is very big in this game. Number 2, if you don't have an NFT and you're looking to get in my opinion, it's still a great opportunity right now. I think as soon as the airdrop is announced, the price will go up before the third minting. So either buy one right now or wait for the third minting. It depends on the third minting wave, what the actual rules will be, but all the benefits are less than the first and the second minting. Just that you're aware of that. I assume that for 14, 15 Solana, you have a really good deal at the moment compared to what we've seen before. I assume that this graph will bounce back to about 25 Solana, keep stable there until the news is announced, because there's still not tremendous amount of volume available, but there's still enough supply for the market demand. It appears that the market demand on Magic Eden is a lot bigger at the moment than it is on Solana Art, which used to be the other way around. But still, a good opportunity if you're looking to get in. So that's everything for the update. As soon as the airdrop is announced, anything related to the NFTs, I'll make an update video, so make sure to check back on the channel. And the best way to do that is to hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one.